Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Um, so I have a channeled message today. Well, first of all, I do want to mention that I did the third video in the series about mediumship, about sensing, about hearing, sensing slash seeing spirits, as well as craving their food is what came through today. So if you feel drawn to go check that out, you're more than welcome to. Now, where should we find a place to rest? Okay, let's see how I go. Hold up. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are. I hope that the wild ascension journey is treating you well. And I hope that this message is received with all of the love and respect that I intend it to be. Um, so I just want to warn y'all, it's an extremely hot day today. So I'm dressed appropriately for a hot day. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. As you know, if you know my work, I'm not exactly the queen of professionalism in terms of like doing videos, but obviously I'm super professional when it comes to actually doing the work that is behind what we're doing here, I guess you could say. Um, yeah, that made sense, didn't it? I hope so. Because I just think that there's just literally hundreds and hundreds of, like thousands of people on these, on in space, making these incredibly high quality videos and not always having them shared, or sometimes not even making any money or advancement in their professional career, you know? So, this is how it is. This is what it is today. And I'll see how far I can go without the screen up. Okay. Hi. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Okay, so the message that we have today is about phones as portals. Yeah, and like this is definitely like a subject matter, clearing all interference, rejecting all projections. This is definitely a subject matter that I've been spending a lot of time working directly with my spirit team, directly with my ancestors, with my spirit guides, with the ascended masters, both reincarnated and otherwise, that I'm so blessed to work with. And this is definitely a subject matter that I've been doing a lot of like shadow work about, that I've been doing a lot of cult busting about. Um, you know what they say, once a cult buster, always a cult buster. No, they don't say that. I just made that up. Or maybe I channeled it. Yeah, because I'm a channel. So there's some really interesting things going on in the collective. Like the levels of truths that are being revealed about this 3D reality. Like, it's horrifying, but there's this other side of it that's very relieving and very, for a lot of us, big confirmations coming through about what's happening in the collective, in the whole world. Both on the surface level and behind and below the surface level. Okay? Like when we talk about people in power and all that sort of thing, and these organizations, and there are truths coming out that have been guarded for such a long time, that it really is changing the world. And I wanted to just like reaffirm that for some of you that I feel like are finding yourselves in places and maybe surrounded by people, whether they're your family or friends or colleagues or otherwise, or even just places you're passing through, where there is a performance, there is a charade, there is a illusion being cast about of a reality that denies all these truths have surfaced. And I just wanted to just like say, stay strong. And this message I think I'm going to have to expand on, but basically they want me to talk to you about understanding that phones are portals. Okay? Phones, let me say it again, phones are portals. They are gateways. They are tunnels. They are, and they haven't always been, they have not always been, but humans have decided to do some things with technology that has completely changed what these things are, right? And that would be fine if we weren't awakening. Again, it's boiling hot here, so like I'm wearing whatever the hell I want to wear. I hope that's all right with you. I know it is. If not, ciao, ciao. And yeah, just that. Okay, so they want me to say, if there's any apps on your phone, and I'm hearing this is divine timing, is there any apps on your phone that you feel uncomfortable about, that make you feel uncomfortable, that make you feel like maybe you're involved with something you don't want to be involved in, make you feel like maybe a certain app on your phone, so, okay, a certain app on your phone may be connected to people that abuse human rights, that whether that be like somebody making like really cheap, terrible clothing in sweatshop factories in another country that you're not from, or maybe you are from, and you're aware of that, and you have that app sitting on your phone. Even if you don't open that app, but it is on your phone, then that is almost creating multiple doorways beyond this gateway. I hope you can hear me. Yeah, I hope you can hear me. Beyond the gateway, so if you imagine the phone as a gateway, all the apps within the phone, within the gateway of your mobile phone, they are all doorways that open and connect to other places, other people, businesses, organizations, all the people that work at that company that own that app, all the people that for this metaphor we're using, all of the people who tell the sweatshop workers what to do, all those people in the sweatshops, all of the family members of those sweatshops, and you're like, oh, I'm just getting this really cheap and funny t-shirt that that only cost me $5, and yeah, it might break in like 5 months time, but I'll just buy another one because it's so cheap. We're at a stage where you basically just need to get any app that is in your phone, on your phone, or on your computer, or any of your electronic devices. You need to remove them from your phone. And obviously, everyone is sovereign, so you get to do what you want to do. But if every time you open an app, it makes you feel uncomfortable, and so social media. And that's funny because social media has, I think, a lot of court cases and a lot of they've been running into some legal trouble, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened. Yeah. And if this is affecting you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and for some of you physically, I watched this really intense incredible YouTube video of this really brave woman talking about her eating disorder. Just full disclosure, I personally have never suffered with a eating disorder, but I have had I have had complications with eating because of my medical conditions that have nothing to do with that, and I was on a feeding tube for a while when I was in a coma. So some of the stuff I could understand what she was talking about, but so much of it was so unfamiliar to me, and she was so brave. And she did this investigation where she actually looked into these AI apps that are created for people about diets, and basically, like, the video was titled something like AI gave me an eating disorder, something along those lines. There have been many people that have self-harmed, that have left this realm because of bullying that takes place on certain apps. Yeah, so whether that's a social media app, whether you just happen to be in a group chat that makes you feel gross and dirty every time that you log in or out of it, then today is a beautiful day, a timely day. And I'm receiving a very loud, very clear message from the heavens above, from the ether, and from Gaia, which is unusual. They don't normally both give me the same message on the same day, but they have done. And they're saying today is the day to delete that app from your phone. And they're saying within minutes, within hours, you're going to feel better. Within hours, you are going to feel so much better when you have deleted that app from your phone. Now, this app could be anything, okay? So, yeah, social media is coming forward, particularly if you, for example, you're watching somebody you know, like, get, like, severely harassed, targeted, stalked, and bullied, for example. And even if you're, like, quote unquote not involved in that, if you're watching that take place on social media, that is you opening doors, opening portals within the gateway that is your mobile phone, not only for parts of you to be lost through those portals, through those doorways, those multi-dimensional doorways, those very direct links to bad people doing bad things, particularly to oppressed, marginalized people. You need to understand that gateways and doorways and windows, particularly energetic, spiritual, financial, emotional, social doorways for bad things to come back in. You might want to see that or talk about that as entities, or just people who are doing something that every single time you are a passive observer of it, or every single time, oh, look at that beautiful bird over there. Oh, gorgeous. Every time you partake in that app that is always making money off the two extremes, okay? So if we look at TikTok, for example, TikTok, research what the TikTok spiral is, okay? And I would encourage any and all of my collective members, and obviously only take what resonates, do what feels right for you, who are on TikTok, get the duck off TikTok. So many people have developed eating disorders. So many people have developed mental disorders, mental health issues. So many people have harmed themselves and left this realm because of the TikTok spiral. The way the TikTok spiral, I learned this years ago now, the way the TikTok spiral works is that actually, you don't read the fine print, but it actually observes your facial expressions, okay? And it observes whether you're looking happy, whether you're looking sad, whether there's like a little twitch in your face if you get nervous or uncomfortable about something. And then what it'll do is it'll take you to two extremes. So one will be the deepest, closest, most triggering image. Eventually, it'll slowly pull you in there. That will further send you into that emotion that the camera is reading on your face. So this isn't like science fiction. This isn't even like witchy woo-wah. This is actually, you can read this in tech magazines. You can research this obviously online on Google. Just Google it. Isn't that funny? That's an expression. Please let me clear and divine guidance be most beneficial for everyone involved. But this is an actual something that was designed and planned by the creators of TikTok. Okay? To be able to literally manipulate somebody's feelings, whether they be extreme feelings of happiness or extreme feelings of sadness or anything in between. So somebody, for example, who opens up the app and they're looking incredibly thin, and maybe they're crying, or they look like they've been crying, or maybe they actually look like they're malnourished, for example. The TikTok app, the TikTok spiral it's called, you can research that, write it down if you need to. The TikTok spiral is designed, and in the fine print, that person, without knowing it, has agreed to the app assessing her or his or their facial expressions, what they're wearing, if they eat anything or drink anything as they're looking in the screen, in the camera. Oh, camera, you see? So these apps, almost all of them now, we've actually given permission for them not to be something we view, but for them to view us. And as they're viewing us, these apps, they are simultaneously designed by humans who want to make money out of your emotions and your life and your well-being and your health and your body and your mind and your soul. They are literally designed to manipulate and use that to throw you to one extreme or the other. And there are many, many documented cases of people getting very, very sick. And some of them are not here with us anymore. I don't even feel comfortable or fully prepared to talk about the massacres and the mass shootings that have been live streamed on many different apps. The fact that that's happened not just once, but many, many times, and we're still on these apps, is something you all individually need to sit and ask yourself about, and sit and pray about, and pull cards about it, or throw runes if you know them all in this conscious incarnation. Please excuse. This is why we can be scrolling through an app and be seeing like adorable, cute videos of people's pets right next to disembodied Palestinians or starving Sudanese children. And it's all there, and as that's happening, oh yeah, as it's happening, not only is this app going to then read your face and take you further into, lead you, and just so you understand, I learned this a long, long time ago, like years ago now, through some very important research that I did and some very, very important activism I did, and some incredibly fucking dope art that I made, right? Obviously with other baddies. So, yeah. This is your reminder. This is your sign from the universe. This is the gods the goddesses, the deities, the energies, the ones connected to nature, the ones connected to the underworld, the ones connected to the ether, the elementals, the fairies and the fays, your ancestors, all asking me in this divine moment, at this divine crossroads, to delete that fucking app / apps. Leave that fucking group chat / chats. And if you are a content creator who even feels uncomfortable about the content that you have put forward, or the corner you've been backed into via these apps and these slave drivers who are benefiting from it, the sociopaths who are becoming trillionaires off these apps, today is the day, okay? And even if it's just an inkling, even if it's just a little, like you just feel a little bit funny about it, get rid of it. Because it is a gateway, not only for things to be siphoned and sucked out of you, not only your energy, your time, your concentration, but that there are things coming back at you. And you are being monitored and recorded and having your human rights taken away from you more and more and more. And it goes without saying, and I hope during this time as I do this work, as I speak these divine messages and share these codes, that you understand, of course I know there are benefits to having technology. Of course I know that. In fact, I probably would not be breathing here in this incarnation, in this vessel, this perfectly unique, shapely vessel, covered in scars, if it was not for technology. I literally had a machine breathing for me. I couldn't breathe myself. I had a machine breathing for me. So of course I understand there are benefits to technology. And there are advancements that have helped people in the medical world, that AI has absolutely saved lives. But the everyday AI use and the it's like giving a baby a gun. And that is obviously a metaphor. It is like in terms of us awakening, becoming more conscious, becoming more, shifting dimensions, becoming more aware, connecting into our ancient selves and our future selves more and more, connecting more with our galactic knowledge, connecting more with our ancestral knowledge, connecting more with the coding and the keys in our DNA, the capacity in our hearts to love and create and share and be at one with Mother Gaia. The more that happens, we have to be aware that there are some people that will be using AI for wrong, will be using technology, using your phone, using all these apps for wrong, and that we are well past that point. And that is the majority, unfortunately. So please, anybody that is viewing this work, do not think, I would love if we were all at a consciousness level and we all had a moral compass that was like strong enough and on point enough for us to responsibly use the technology and the technological advancements that we have, that we are exhibiting at this point in time. But we're not. We're not. Especially when the world is still rattling and echoing out of the age of Pisces and the age of absolute masculine dominance over the entire earth and the entire collective. And look what we have done to her. Look what we have done to us. Woman, feminine, is the creator. And look how we treat women, right? Look how we treat the feminine at this time. I'm I'm seeing Monsters Inc. in my mind's eye. I watched that recently. Such a great movie. Love that movie. Um, and whether you've seen it or not, I'm sure you, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. And hello, sweetie. And yeah, the monsters are like going through these different doorways. It's like that. Your phone is like the power plant where the monsters go, right? Um, Maybe that's a confusing metaphor for someone who hasn't seen it. Okay, so Stranger Things, wormholes in space, the Bermuda Triangle, like they are your phone. And maybe this should just be a part one because I can feel there's a lot of energies wanting to interrupt in this conversation. You know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to leave this here and then tomorrow I'm going to check in with you to comfort you from the and to say how proud I am of you for deleting that app off your phone or multiple apps off your phone, because the entities, the parasites, it's a parasite energy that crawls back out of the phone into your consciousness, into your soul, into your spirit, into your home, into your workplace, into the what you create. You know? Like these apps are designed to actually have mind control. And I recognized this a very, very long time ago. And I don't always talk about it, but I've been working against it in my own way for some time. And I've met some very special, beautiful people along the way. Another reason I feel so strongly about this is that I have a brother who is in the stars, who is no longer embodied in earthly form, and he was severely suicidal. And he was a year older than me, and I just remember how terrible social media was for him and the impact it had on him. And I watched another awesome YouTube video the other day. Where this person was talking about that there has been a number of people that have unalived themselves with the instructions and support of ChatGPT. And if you have that on your phone, I'm not even going to say if you're like at risk of that, because even if you're somebody who's not at risk of that and you know other people are and they're dying because of it, then maybe you should consider, is it worth having that on your phone? Is it worth having that in your kitchen? Is it worth having that in your lounge room, in your bedroom? And just a reminder, all phones these days pretty much have a camera on it. And you have agreed to not, for many of the apps on your phone, the doorways, the portals within the gateway of your phone, you don't realize it, but you have agreed for them to observe you through your phone, through those cameras, and through everything that you do on your phone. And I don't feel like I need to go into all of the incredible other things that happen because of these things, right? It's awesome to be able to stay in touch with people you love and care about. It's so helpful for so many people to be able to do things from home rather than have to go to places and do them. There's all sorts of benefits. There's also community and collective for a certain period of time before they got, these tech companies just lost it. Like they just went completely completely lost track of what they were doing and got so utterly greedy that they, like before that, there was community building. There was kindness being shown on the internet. There was people getting to share and sell their products and their artwork and share their opinions and their thoughts in a way that has never happened before. But we're not in that golden age anymore. We have got past that. And this is very much, very, 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 very much similar to what happened in Atlantis. So it's definitely bringing some heavy memories back for me. I don't know about you. So if that resonates, or you don't know what Atlantis is, then have a look into that, because great technology is only as great and as beneficial and is as safe as the people who are using it and the people who own it and the people who are making money off it, essentially. I feel like I've got extra defensiveness, extra like mama bear energy going on right now, because I am watching some of my favorite creators, some of my most beloved YouTube readers, I'm seeing so many content creators getting just treated terribly on these apps, and these apps are so technically advanced that they absolutely, without a doubt, could stop that from happening, and they're not, because they actually profit from it, and they actually benefit from it. There's so many people in the world. Nobody should be isolated. Show respect to the people that create content. Show respect to the creators, the truth speakers, the artists. I just heard some of you have an app on your phone that very obviously encourages people to do bad things. Yeah. And you think that you're a good person. So you should have a think about that. Today, this is your sign. This is your message. I hope it's been beneficial. And for everyone who has deleted a certain app or apps or left certain chats in the course of this 34, 33, 34, look at that, 34, 34. 34 minutes and 34 seconds. If you happen to have done that during this time, then I'm so fucking proud of you. And I promise it's going to be okay. And I promise there's going to be, people are going to come back to their hearts, and people power is going to rise. It's so nice outside. Okay. So much love and revolution.